Hey everybody, Rebecca here to do a budget planning video for February 2024. So I'm excited for February because I have less than $10,000 that I owe on my car balance now. And February is a 3-paycheck month for me. So I will have extra money available again to pay a lot of money towards my car, and we'll see exactly how much I'm planning on putting towards the car balance in this video. So if you're new here, welcome. I am on YouTube to show my journey to reach financial independence and retire early, and the budget is the foundation of what I do to get there. So without further ado, let's just take a look at the plan for the February 2024 budget. All right, everybody, here we are looking at the February 2024 budget plan. So as y'all can see, 3-paycheck month for me. I have carried over $66.45 from the January budget into February. I'm expecting 3 paychecks in February. I'm not expecting any overtime at this point. And honestly, the last paycheck for February is going to be on the very last day of February on the 29th. So I won't be able to do like I usually do. I'll have my budget review video put out towards the end of the month. For February, I'm going to have to put out my budget review at the 1st of March, which is a little bit abnormal considering how I normally do my budgets, but it's fine. The 3 paychecks is nice, and I am planning on taking full advantage of that when it comes to getting my car paid off. But first, let's look at the bills and spending section of the budget here and go through all of that first. So, house payment, as usual, is going to be $840, and as of the beginning of February, I owe Is that correct? Let me double check myself. Yes, that is correct. I owe, as of the beginning of February, $126,693.16 on this house. And whenever I make my payment, I will update the spreadsheet and it will tell me how much principal I have paid off for the house. And my new column over here will also populate and tell me year to date how much I have paid off on the house balance. So next thing I'm budgeting for is utilities, which is power, water, sewer, and trash pickup, budgeting $150 there. Internet, I'm budgeting $65.25 there. Gas for my car, I actually want to drop this down because I have just not been spending much in gas at all. So I usually budget $100, $125. That's just not been the case. I'm happy for it, so I'm going to knock that down to $80 for February, and we'll see how that goes. Food and household budget, I'm keeping at $600. The next 2 things here, y'all can see I've already spent on this. I'm filming this at the end of January, and so whenever I finalize my budget for the month, if there are other expenses that happen at the end of the calendar month of January, I put those into the February budget or the following month's budget because that's when I'm going to pay them off. So all of these charges go on my credit card and I pay it off in February. So in my mind, that's how it works. It belongs on the February budget, even though I had these services done for my car at the tail end of January here. So it's that time of year for me to pay my car taxes and get the car inspection done. Since my car is newer, I didn't have to do emissions testing, so the inspection came out cheaper than what I expected. And my car taxes was $3 over because when you pay online, they charge you a service fee for using a credit card online. Whatever, it's way easier than mailing in a check, so I paid the $3 there. So those 2 expenses are already on the budget. And Rollo has his vet appointment coming soon here at the end of the month. So I'm expecting that to be $1,000. If you're new here, Rollo is my Irish Wolfhound that I have. And this vet visit is just for his annual stuff. However, it's very expensive because 1, he is a large dog, and 2, I like to buy a year's supply of heartworm prevention for him at a time. So when you have a larger dog, it's expensive because all of their medications are based off of their body weight. And he's about 150 pounds, which actually for his breed is average for his size. Anyway, it may actually be a little bit more than $1,000 because he's going to be 6 in April, and the average lifespan for his breed is 7. Irish Wolfhounds are not known to be a long-lived breed, and most giant breed dogs are not known to be long-lived, but Irish Wolfhounds especially so. The average lifespan is 7. That is why they have the nickname Heartbreak Hounds. And I want to do some extra things for Rollo on this vet visit. Here recently, he has never done this in his entire life, but there was a week here in January where he had 3 accidents in the house. And I feel like he might be drinking a little bit more water than usual. Now, Irish Wolfhounds are known to be water hounds. They drink a lot of water regardless. So maybe I'm just looking into that too much. But the accidents in the house are very off for him. And yeah, so I want to do some extra lab work and stuff for him at this annual vet visit just to make sure that he's okay and doesn't have something like diabetes brewing or some kidney trouble. If y'all don't know, before I went into ultrasound for people, I worked as a registered veterinary technician for 5.5 years. Went to school for it and everything, worked in the veterinary field for a while, so Rollo's in good hands, and I don't think anything is wrong with him other than that he's just getting older and maybe he can't hold it like he used to. But yeah, I want to rule out other things too for him, of course. And so all of that to say that this vet visit might actually be more than $1,000. But if it is, it is. That's okay. And if it's not, then any extra money that I save will go towards the car payment. So I always leave a line item in my budget for any medicine for me, any vitamins I need to order or more whey protein. I don't plan for that ahead of time. I just order it when I need it, basically. But I do leave the line item in here so I can keep a running year-to-date totals on what I'm spending on this stuff as the year goes on. Same thing for the personal spending. I'm not doing a low spend year in 2024. I did in 2023. But I do like having this line item in here just so I can keep track of year-to-date totals, what I'm spending as the year goes on. So if there is any personal spending that happens or I end up needing to order some more vitamins or something, I will throw that in here. And as always, if something else pops up, some random thing, then I'll just add in a line item as the month goes on. And y'all will see when we do the mid-month budget update for February. So my second paycheck for February is on the 15th. So I will try to have a mid-month budget update after that. And by then, honestly, I should have most of these expenses already paid. At least the vet visit will be done, so I'll know how much that will have been because that's a big one for this month. But yeah, so we'll see how things land once we get halfway through February. As for the car payment, if everything goes according to plan as of right now on this budget, then y'all see that I do have a big chunk of change left over that I should be able to throw at my car debt. So I owe $9,987.48 left on my car. The interest rate on it, if you're new, is only 1.98%. So whenever I do make very large payments, I make a lot of progress on getting the debt actually paid down. So if I can throw $4,000 or even a little more, then maybe I can knock down the amount that I owe on this car by half again. If I can pay $4,000, then that means that I might be able to color in 2 more icons on my little debt-free color chart for my car for February. Every icon on that color chart is worth $2,000. So Yeah, hopefully I can do a little bit more than 4,000 just to make up for the interest, but that's going to be the goal for February for me, is to color in 2 more icons on that color chart, because after that I will only have 2 left and this car debt will be gone. I cannot wait for this car debt to be gone. So again, if you're new, before I decided to pay aggressively on the car, I was paying $555 every month. That wasn't my minimum, but it's just what I paid to try to throw a little bit extra at it. So doing these huge payments for the last 2 months here is making a big difference on how much I have left to pay. And once I do get the car paid off, I am almost certain that I did get gap insurance when I bought the car. So since I'll be paying it off early, I should be due a refund check for the gap insurance. So I'll have to look into that once I get the car paid off, and I have no idea how much that'll be. But still, that would be nice to get a little bit of a refund there on my gap insurance once the car is paid for. So yeah, that brings me down to the investing in fire tracking portion of the budget here. This is for channel members only, and we go over this at the end of the month once all the numbers have settled out. But I do still publicly share what my savings rate is for the month and what my percentage progress towards my fire number is. Now, I have it blacked out right now just because it's not accurate. I won't know what this number is until the end of the month. So once we get to the budget review, I'll share with you guys what the percentage progress towards my fire number is at that point. But just for fun here, let's see if the month goes exactly according to plan here. If I just copy and paste over everything that I planned for, how it actually went, let's see what my savings rate is. And I'll actually leave these 2 as they are since I've already spent and I know exactly what they were. I'll copy and paste over all the rest of this stuff and we'll see what my savings rate should be. It won't be super impressive because most of my extra money is going towards debt and not towards investing, but still, let's just see what it should be. Yeah, not very impressive, like I said, only 13.2%. So this is basically just my work retirement account contribution plus the employer match thrown in there. So yeah, 13.2% is not great when you're in the fire movement and you're a person like me who is going to aim to have a 60 or 70% savings rate every single month once this car debt is gone. That's my goal. So 13%'s not great, but hey, it's better than nothing. And once I have my car paid off, it's going to be a completely different story for me. So yeah, let me fix my budget back the way it was. All right, that fixed it to what we know so far. And savings rate is 0 right now. Yeah, that should cover it for the February 2024 budget plan. Fingers crossed that I am going to be able to get 2 more icons colored in on this car debt. I am so ready to be rid of this, you guys, because I really, even more so than wanting this debt gone, I want to see a 70% savings rate every month. I know it's insane to say that, but y'all can see every month I share my budgets, and I mean, my living expenses here in North Carolina are pretty low. And that was an intentional choice. When I sold my home and I bought this home, I stuck with a smaller fixer-upper home so I could keep my expenses low. I bought when interest rates were low. Everything that I have done in recent years has been a choice that I have made in order to get myself to fire faster. So, although my expenses this month are not going to be super low because of Rollo, but that's just dog mom life there for you. So yeah, I'm hoping that this car debt will be gone soon. Hopefully no big unexpected expenses for February, and I'll check in with you guys towards the middle of the month to see how we're doing on the budget. I appreciate you guys watching and sticking around. I'll catch you in my next video. Bye, y'all.